Elizabeth Johnston buying a new house and new car. Fans question Liz Johnston's nursing license. And Elizabeth on raising a baby who isn't a little person. I will explain everything. Never miss this video. Before going to the main topic, I would like to say, like this video, and please subscribe to the channel. Fans question Liz Johnston's nursing license. Although Elizabeth Liz Johnston of 7 Little Johnstons on TLC changed her Instagram bio to include the word nurse, she still insists she is a nurse, a claim that several people contest. According to several TLC viewers, she is not even a qualified nurse yet and is exaggerating her qualifications. TLC viewers have previously questioned Elizabeth Liz Johnston's credentials. 7 Little Johnstons fans have become weary of the same question after she gave birth to her child, Leighton Bolden. Despite her studies, she is still referred to as a nurse, even though she is not yet a registered nurse, which some people find disrespectful. On the TLC episode, viewers noticed that Jonah's sister was permitted to use equipment for at-home training. Many people also believe that she works as a dialysis technician. Why is it so important to know if she is a nurse? Well, people who want to work in medical work really hard to be qualified. Therefore, when someone who is not a licensed nurse identifies as one, they find it disrespectful. A frequently themed statement surfaced on Reddit this week. In the words of one of the 7 Little Johnstons viewers, Liz is not a nurse. That's right. The majority of people in the comments area don't appear to be that interested in it. However, the possibility that Liz Johnston's career as a nurse is only a plot device for the TLC show irritates them. Here are some remarks from the comments section after a discussion on the 7 Little Johnstons star. I think she could have been on the show if she had taken the test. The video begins. Liz is working really hard to study for her nursing exam. And then it shows Amber planning a celebration to celebrate Liz's passing score. Liz claims that she had the resources to practice on Jonah after taking the NCLEX. The family refers to her as a nurse, and she is attending nursing school. These topics have all been discussed 100 times. That's a lot of straight lying for one story. She is not licensed in Georgia, so either she earned her BSN and failed the NCLEX, or the whole thing was a scam. Who knows? We looked via the Georgia Board of Nursing's website after hearing about the accusations, but we were unable to locate any proof that she held a current nursing license. Elizabeth on raising a baby who isn't a little person. Elizabeth Liz Johnston, 22, gained notoriety on reality shows as a member of the largest known family of little people in the world. Leighton Bolden, Liz's 8-month-old daughter, is the newest addition of the clan, but she isn't quite a little child. Johnston says over the phone with Today.com. We would have been happy if she was little or tall. I had absolutely no issues. So far, Leighton has not experienced any issues or medical diagnosis. We were very happy, very lucky. Johnston frequently has achondroplasia and is a dwarf. Leighton's father, Brice Bolden, and her boyfriend don't. For the most of her pregnancy, Johnston was uncertain whether her unborn kid would be little. Our ultrasound tech, Miss Gina, kept saying, she's petite. During our meeting, she's a little on the small side, says Johnston. According to her doctor, the baby's scan also showed characteristics that mimicked those of her mother. Her fingers and her ability to ball up in a fetal position were finally visible to us. Johnston said that after going back and forth, the family and their medical professionals recalled, because LP babies cannot do that. Viewers witnessed Leighton's arrival on July 2 in the season finale of TLC's 7 Little Johnstons. The new mother gives us an update on her life with the baby and shares the chaos that goes on behind the scenes. Johnston is 4 feet tall and has faced challenges that other new mothers do not have to consider. For example, she knew from the start that she would have to give birth under sedation via C-section. Although her boyfriend was initially more nervous about the C-section than anything else in his entire life, Johnston, a nurse who has performed many surgical procedures, initially showed no fear about the procedure. "The nerves literally struck me when I was laying on the table," she said. "After I said a brief prayer, they gassed me. In what seemed like 30 seconds, I was up on my feet and standing with my infant in front of me." Johnston broke down in tears and kept asking the medical staff whether Leighton was okay because of the health problem her brother Jonah Johnston had soon after he was born. According to her, it was very emotional. Although her family lives in Forsyth, Georgia, Johnston knew that she would need to travel over an hour to Atlanta for medical care because of her dwarfism. As an automatic critical care patient, Johnston would have access to a variety of doctors in the larger cities, which was particularly reassuring to her parents. "Fortunately, we were able to find the same obstetrician Jin who delivered me while my mother was carrying me. She is still practicing and successfully delivered my daughter," recalls Johnston. It has been quite easy for Johnston to physically transition into the newborn phase. Finding a cot that would enable little people to put the baby down without needing to get on a stool proved to be simpler than she had anticipated. The Journey crib, designed specifically for parents with physical disabilities, such as dwarfism or those in wheelchairs, provided her with all the necessities. "Stools, I think, can fall down on you. I don't want my child to be in someone's arms and then fall," she states. She also describes the rotating car seats and Duna stroller as completely LP-friendly. The real world has been surprisingly accommodating, although Johnston has struggled most with hostile strangers. "People are just curious about what kind of baby a 4-foot-tall mom has," Johnston explains. As they try to acquire unscripted photos, they want to come close to her, touch the stroller, and observe her. "When I respond no, I apologize. I have a tendency to adopt a mean mom mindset." No. Johnston currently lives with her partner and their baby at her parents' house. Despite both of them working full-time, Bolden's parents are thankful to have so many babysitters available to them because they live just 3 homes down the block. Johnston says she doesn't want to be too far away from my family because I absolutely love and adore them, even though Bolden's whole family lives in the same county. In addition, I think my parents would have a stroke if I relocated more than 30 minutes away. In order to buy land for a house before the end of the year, we are working very hard to save money, she explains. "Leighton is our life. We are doing everything we can for Leighton at the moment," Johnston says. "We were just around the clock holding her during Leighton's most difficult reflux episode. So it's good that so many people are available for the time being. Given all the highs and lows, would the couple go through the same thing again with a second child?" Bolden's typical response is, "Not for a long time." Johnston laughs and adds, "He's just not ready to go through the C-section part again." Liz shares big day with baby Leighton. What happened? The followers of 7 Little Johnstons always look forward to the latest updates from Liz Johnston and her daughter Leighton Bolden, based on the most recent information available. Leighton recently achieved a noteworthy milestone. What happened in this case then? As soon as Liz Johnston started updating her fans on Leighton Bolden, viewers were unable to stop watching the new family member. Before 7 Little Johnstons season 14 ended and baby Leighton's official debut, fans were following Liz's every move, including her latest accomplishments. It's common for 7 Little Johnstons fans to bash Liz Johnston, calling her Amber Johnston 2.0 and other things. The vast majority of admirers agree on one thing: Leighton Bolden is a precious jewel. After Leighton made his public debut, a lot of fan conjectures about Liz's conception date and other subjects disappeared. With each new picture Leighton shares for the 7 Little Johnstons fans that follow her, the young girl seems to grow larger. Given her rate of development, many viewers even predict that the baby would soon outgrow her family members in size. Right now, Leighton Bolden is almost a year old. To say that she has had a positive influence on everyone around her would not be an exaggeration. Viewers are excited to see more of Leighton in future seasons of the now-canceled family-friendly TLC show 7 Little Johnstons. Liz Johnston's most recent social media tweets indicate that Leighton Bolden recently achieved a major turning point in her life. First day of school for our ladybug. Liz seems to have added as a remark with several adorable pictures of Leighton Bolden. Liz Johnston still, surprisingly, edits the comments on her social media posts. Even still, the cute post has garnered more than 14,000 likes as of this writing, proving again that Leighton updates naturally generate discussion and excitement. Leighton Bolden is clearly ready to advance to this next phase of her education, as evidenced by the fact that she is more than suitably dressed for the occasion. As 7 Little Johnstons develops and matures with each new episode, her fans are thrilled. In fact, many are anxiously anticipating the start of season 15. 7 Little Johnstons star on the life-changing home upgrade for little people and styling daughters nursery. The most recent season of TLC's 7 Little Johnstons features significant life events such as series star Liz Johnston's house makeover, relocation, and baby's birth. In Tuesday's season 14 finale, Johnston, who has achondroplasia dwarfism, welcomed her average-sized daughter, Leighton Bolden. Johnston's parents, Trent and Amber Johnston, own the house in Forsyth, Georgia, which Liz and her partner, Brice Bolden, also moved into. To make the house more comfortable, some improvements were made. Johnston told Realtor.com, "We currently live in my parents' house, back in my old bedroom. And the guest bedroom is now Leighton's nursery." We asked the new mother to share information about the nursery's decor and her plans to build the barndominium of her dreams, because we were so excited to hear how Johnston prepared the family home for the baby. Making a space pleasant for people of all sizes is a top issue, and she argues that every homeowner should install a bathroom feature that she refers to as life-changing for everyone. I had an entire Pinterest board with all the ideas before I started working on Leighton's room. Given that her father enjoys hunting and fishing, we had to reach a consensus. We refer to it as a cute woodsy motif, which includes a lot of flower elements and pink pastels with a hint of sage green. Finding a way to include both mom and dad's ideas into a fantastic little nursery for Leighton was enjoyable, and the finished product was just what we had hoped for. Sinks in the bedrooms were something we had never seen before when we first moved into this property. Fortunately, the bathroom between my sisters and my rooms was located behind that wall, so we could just flip the sinks in our rooms. It was somewhat strange to have to go to the restroom, then leave the room to wash your hands in someone else's bedroom. We no longer have sinks in the bedrooms and now have a sink in the bathroom. We initially believed that Leighton and I could coexist in the nursery, but after seeing how disorganized that was, we completely transformed the guest bedroom into Leighton's nursery. Hey, the guest bedroom will just be the room for our grandkids, not even just for Leighton, but for any grandkids in the future, my parents declared when Leighton entered the picture. Since it will be used as a playroom and a place to spend the night. We already have a toddler bed and a crib that both my parents and I can use. To be more specific, Brice and I sleep in my former bedroom. The bed, nightstands, and closet are all the same as in any other bedroom. Brice can go home, get his clothes, and come back and forth because we are lucky that his parents live only 3 homes up. To be honest, we are quite fortunate to be in a situation where both of our parents are in the same area at this moment. This could be referred to as their forever home. They made the decision to redesign the kitchen so that it was neither too small for a small person nor too large for a person of normal size. Since my parents are only getting older, we did lower the counters a little. They made the decision to lower the kitchen worktops and cabinets so that we don't need stools since she wants to live in this house for as long as possible. However, we let folks know that this kitchen is still usable by Brice and my mom's family, who are all of average height. When my parents formally retire in the near future and decide to move to the beach, they want to be able to sell this house, and we can't sell it with 4-foot-tall countertops. Therefore, we made it so that small people could utilize it and an average-sized person could still use the kitchen worktops and equipment. We are relieved to be stool-free. Stools were entertaining, but dangerous as well. I've come to the conclusion that Leighton has a safety concern. She will be old enough to be a little more steady on her feet. but I will have to return to stools if Brice and I move out. People will find this to be amusing, but in all honesty, what would each member of my family recommend as one of the most transformative things? Adding a bidet to your restrooms. It's a great feature for people in wheelchairs, recovering from operations or C-sections, and people who are just getting older because you reach a point when you can't reach around because of your limited mobility. It was difficult to bend after being sliced open, which was the nicest feature ever. I know this from my own recovery from a C-section. If people had these in their houses, I believe that their homes would be worth more and be more accessible to people with disabilities. The majority of our renovations were finished before Leighton was born. Despite my dad's shop, my parents have long desired a garage to store their cars. This is the final major item for their house. No more today. What are you thinking about this gossip today? Let us know in the comments and stay tuned by subscribing to our channel to get more updates like this. Thank you.